Good morning, everyone. It's been a while since I've had a video. I've been posting some shorts, which were very interesting to do and hopefully humorous to people. This morning, as you can see, I have a '74 Volkswagen Beetle in the shop. This is a friend of mine, her car, and she said it's time for an oil change. And I asked her when the last time the oil was changed, and that was 2 years ago. But in that time, she's only put on about 300 to 400 miles. She sits a lot. It's not a bad '74 Beetle. She purchased it from someone, and they had restored it and customized it, as you can see by the chrome and the chrome and the chrome and the nice wheels and the interior. They put some kind of racing seats in it called a matrix. I don't particularly care how they were mounted. Apparently they've got them mounted to a block of wood, which is now got huge bolts that go down through the pan to hold it in. They also put a wood red steering wheel in here and painted the glove compartment lid to match, and it's got gauges in it, and door panels and carpeting. And the headliner looks really nice too. But after she had bought it, she had a terrible engine fire. And as you can see from the license plate, she kept that on there as a reminder. And here we have some more chrome. It's got new windshield moldings, rear window moldings, and new tail lights because they had apparently melted right off. But to make a long story short, she had started it up and had parked it in front of her house, and it was idling, and she saw smoke, and then she saw flames, and she called the fire department, and they were there instantly and put it out. And I'll post a couple of pictures of what it looked like. She had it insured as a classic Volkswagen because she had paid $14,000 for it. And I came out to look at it and said, boy, this is way beyond my scope, because it needed a new bumper shocks, new lights, new wiring. Everything had burned on top of the motor. It was a disaster. But her insurance came through, and it went to a shop in Texas, and they did a super job. They really did. I'm amazed of how they fixed this with the paint and putting it back to the way it was when she had it originally. So it's here for an oil change, and she called me and she said, it's time. And I'll say, yeah, 2 years is a long time. And she said, and also it's very difficult to drive because it's idling without stepping on the gas at 2,500 RPM. And I said, what? And she said, yes, I don't know what's wrong. It's been doing this for a while. She just never called me to let me know about it. So I went yesterday and picked it up, drove it here, and it was an awful drive. I had the hardest time trying to get this thing here because it was idling so high. It was 11 miles of pure torture trying to get this thing home here to the shop. And first thing I did, I came around the engine compartment and looked at the carb, and the choke was, first of all, even though it was warmed up, was right about there. okay? And I said, okay. When she had the work done on this, it was wintertime. And they have the choke adjusted for the winter, so that's one thing. But the other thing I noticed was the throttle cable would not return to its correct setting. It would just stay out here somewhere like that. And I was like, okay, I know this is all new. I need to take a look and see what could be causing this. So I went into the car and I looked, first of all, down here at the floor mats, and I noticed this thing on the floor. I have no idea what it is. It's a Sylvania dot. That's part of a light. So, took out this rubber floor mat. Then I took out this carpeted floor mat, which does not fit, by the way. Let me turn some lights on here. As you can see, this floor mat does not fit around the gas pedal, okay? So it's continually keeping pressure on there. So I took that out. And I was thinking, okay, let's look at this carpet up under here. And I rolled this back. And what the heck is this? This was wedged down in here, keeping the gas pedal pressed down. And I was like, what is this? And then I looked up. The previous owner had mounted 2 of these LED lights right up under the dash. And this one had fallen off. It must have fallen right down here to the point where it wedged the gas pedal down, keeping the throttle open. I was like, oh my Lord, this is absolutely crazy. I am going to remove these things immediately. And then I kind of pulled back the carpet a little bit here and the gas pedal and noticed that it doesn't really fit very well. The person who installed this, there's pieces of carpet in here, as you can see, and it's all kind of wedging, if I can get in there, where the gas pedal attaches to the cable, which goes to the back. And she doesn't really move that smoothly. So it's time for some lubrication. It's time for me to get some of this carpet out of here that has moved its way in there and is binding up this pedal. I don't know what's going on here. I've got to look at the accelerator cable and how it is hooked up to this. It's just not right. So I'm changing the oil right now, and I'm gonna get in here. Let me turn off these lights. Okay, lights are off, and I'm draining the oil right now, and the oil was really dark, and it really smells. It smells like gasoline. As you can see from the exhaust tip, she has been running really, really rich, with the choke being stuck on and also with the accelerator pedal floored. So we're gonna fix all that. We're gonna clean things up. We're going to change the oil, try to get this accelerator pedal adjusted correctly, and see if we can get this little puppy back on the road for her to enjoy for the spring and summer. This is the aftermath of the fire that occurred in the engine compartment. And the fire department stated that it looks like it came from, it was a fuel fire. And you know me, I do not like fuel filters inside the engine compartment on a Beetle. But this is what it looked like, and it was just terrible. All right, let's take off this cap and look at the strainer. See how bad diluted oil looks like. On an engine that's been running very, very rich. She is dirty. I mean dirty. The whole stud came out with that one. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Oh, she's up in there good. Okay, let's look at this screen. Gasket. Ugh. All right, she's dirty. She is dirty. Wow, okay. Look at the sludge and the dirt. This needed an oil change. Terribly. Okay. This is pretty bad. Look at how thick this is. Look at that screen. People, change your oil. A lot of people say that a Volkswagen Beetle is an air-cooled motor. It's only half true. Volkswagen Beetle motor is an oil-cooled motor. I mean, and filtration back in the 70s. I mean, you've got a screen, okay? Wow, what a mess. I am not seeing any metal in it, but I am smelling gasoline. Oil has been changed. I cleaned the screen, put everything new washers, and if you notice the orange gaskets, those are neoprene. I don't like the paper gaskets. I love the neoprene. They don't leak. Everything put back together, looking good. Everything under the car looks great. Filled it up with 2.6 quarts of Castrol GTX conventional oil, 10W30, and oil change is done. Everything's looking good. I'm getting ready to get inside the interior and fix that gas pedal situation so that it doesn't stick anymore, and I've already adjusted the choke a little bit, and we'll see how she runs. Well, things are back together. I trimmed away the floor mat and part of the carpet, so nothing is sticking on the gas pedal now. Put the floor mats back in. Check the pressure in the tires. Oil change. I also adjusted the choke, and now The throttle cable is right where it's supposed to be and comes right back to where it's supposed to be, and it's idling at like 900 RPM. She starts right up, and I think that she will be happy that everything is back together. Let's see how she starts. Sweet. Absolutely sweet. Love these little Beetles. Thanks for watching.